recording of... Let me just pin myself. Boom. Nice. Sexy-licious. We are live, boys. We are live, boys and girls. I hope you all do amazing. I hope you all had an amazing day. I just have like... Wait, let me just... Get that shit away, bro. Shit up. Bro, bye-bye. So let me just get that straight. Boom. Done for the day. Perfect. So, guys, I'm also going to be live on Instagram because I think that's super important that what I'm going to share today, everybody's going to get and everybody's going to understand. So I would say let's jump right into this live session of today. So for the people joining, I'm also doing live sessions daily on my Telegram. So if you want to join, you can use them to get on a new level in trading. Right now, I'm in a new hotel. I arrived in Germany again, so I'm back in Germany, you know, because I was too broke for... No, I'm just joking. I just gonna visit my family for the next 1 week, and then I'm gonna go back to Dubai. But it's also safer to be not in Dubai right now because, of course, war's going crazy right now. But it's chilled a little bit. But let's start this beautiful mindset session of today. So what is important? I love to be transparent. I hate to lie because with lying, you will never become rich. And with lying, you will never make it long term in life. So we can honestly say that today was a rough day. Why? Today was a rough day because the market was rough. If you just look at normal market structure that we right now have in the market, you can see and you will realize that what we have is not normal. What we experienced is not normal. The market just went into total consolidation, going like this, like up, down, up, down, up, down, going sideways today. Why? Because we had this morning an extremely strong push, you know. But still, even if we had this, we had not a bad day. Because even if the market was completely trash and it was really hard to trade, and I will show you that in a second, we were really profitable. We weren't profitable, but we were really profitable in comparison of how the market is. And I want to show you exactly now, if you did the system that we teach completely right on every trade, you are not that bad down. You lost money today, and this is obvious because, as I said, the market wasn't perfect, but it's normal losing money in trading. If you aren't ready losing money, you will never be worth making money. Write this down. If you aren't worth it, if you aren't ready making money, you will never be ready, okay? Losing money, you will never be ready making money. It's the truth, okay? It's the absolutely truth that is the truth. Like last week, I lost 8K in trading. This week, I'm already up 6,000, you know? And we have Wednesday. So I just wanted to show, like, it's normal. My biggest loss was 15,000 euros in one trade. You know? 15,000. If you're not ready to lose a day, if you're not ready to lose for 2 weeks, you will never make it in trading. And we had one day, and I see people sending me messages, being emotional, crying me, like, oh my God, it doesn't work. It's not a good system. What did I do? And on Monday we made money. On Tuesday we made money. We lost one day, everybody's crying. Not everybody, but some people. So I want to show that because it's normal. Losing is normal. Be ready to lose. If you're not ready to lose, you will never make money. So let me show you the clear statistics of the day. So I pushed every trade that we have, I put in the group. I draw it in right on the time when we sent the trade in. So what we can see right here, let me just do it like this. What we can see right here, guys, is we had in the morning a take profit. We hit 90 pips with the strategy that we have. We had 2 entries. Both entries went TP1. If you even would hold the trade, it went full TP4. So 90 pips profit. Second trade, also 2 entry opportunities with the strategy, also 90 pip profit. So we're up 180 pips at least for the day. If you just hold it till TP1, okay? Like I explained. Then we had a minus 170 loss. Why? Because we lose 100 pips and we lose 70 pips because we layer 2 positions. But when we look at this trade, the trade was sent in, and when the trade was sent in and you maybe acted on this trade was already 40 pips in minus. It was already 40 pips in minus. So if you keep on to the strategy and keep closing the trade when it hits stop loss, you know, most people of you, because everybody explains like, oh my God, I can't sometimes comment the trades. Yeah, when we hit a sniper entry, like we had this at the bottom, of course you can't enter in the trade. But I never heard somebody explaining, oh my God, I was so lucky because normally I would have entered at the highest point, but now I entered 50, 40 points deeper. So I lost less than I lost before. Never heard this. Never. Not one body, not one person in the whole universe sent me this. But here in this scenario, in 1 minute, we sent the trade in. Trade was 40 pips on drawdown already. So if you entered two positions straight away and we hit stop loss, the most that you should lose with this trade was 120 pips, not 170. So if you took the first two, you should have been up 60 pips. If you're not, you should have been up 20 pips, at 10 pips for the day. Is it good? No. But is that trading? Yes. You know, next trade I don't count because you know it was a sniper entry. 90% of you didn't took that, so we doesn't count it. But let's say we are just 10 pips up. Okay. Then next trade, we send a sell signal at a really important zone where the market could react. Also, market was too fast. Market already hit TP1. Should you enter again if we hit TP1? No, I never said that. It hit TP1, you weren't in the trade, you shouldn't enter again. You know? Hit TP1, not enter again. Done. So on this one, you shouldn't get stop loss because yes, you couldn't get in the trade, but you shouldn't enter. Why should you enter again? Doesn't make any sense. You know, if we TP1 and you're already in the trade, just keep the trade. If not, then not. You know? Then next trade comes in, boom. Also same again, market closes, we send the signal, market goes immediately in drawdown. So here the possibility of having a way higher entry that you should normally have is really high. Market goes in drawdown, push to the downside. If you wouldn't close the trade, of course here we close the trade, you know, you would have made 90 pips. As I said, just hold the trade, be patient, believe in the system. 90 pips profit. We just take this as a loss because maybe you don't understand it, but it's not a loss. This is not a loss. If we go TP1 and you're not in the trade, you're not going to enter the trade again. This is the system. So next trade, buy two positions, again buying 90 pips profit at least. Break even trade, you know, market went in TP1 again, went in TP1 again, went also 30 pips in drawdown, so I'm not going to counting that as a loss. I'm also not going to count that as a win because to be honest, from just seeing what the market did, it's hard to tell what you could have done. Next trade, TP hit, doesn't count because it was too fast for too many people. You know, sniper entry. Guys, it's not my intention. Okay, it's not my intention and it never will be my intention to send a trade in where you not get in the trade. Why should I do that? Just for the statistics, the link is in the in my Instagram bio, bro. I will not send a trade in where you shouldn't get in. That's not my intention. My intention is that you make money. Why should I be here like sending trades where you lose? It doesn't make any sense. For me, it's just if I would blow your accounts all day long, you know, what would I do? I would just make negative marketing for myself. It doesn't make any sense. My mission is to make you profitable, but I'm not counting this. Okay? Next trade, easily you could have had the chance. I took that even together with MS trades in the Sky Lounge. We took this trade. I hit a take profit. I made 1K with this trade. Two entries. We went in drawdown, hit TP1. We made 90 pips. Profit. Boom. And then, yeah, this was unlucky, but this happens. Stop loss, stop loss. Here, yes, also the same. Here you would have had the chance to get at the top in and then at the bottom. And here also, if you close the trade, this is why also you should set a stop loss if the trade is consolidating like that, because then you get a normal stop loss and you're not getting emotional, because I saw some screenshots where people getting in here, okay, let me show you, getting in here and then they get out here. Ask like, why? Yeah, the market moves so fast I couldn't close it manually. Why do you not place a stop loss? We have now a bigger stop loss of 100 pips. So of course you can place a stop loss, you know? Next one also like closely wicked us out again and then went to the upside, so really unlucky. but this one also 170 pips. I just counting that. And then this one, you had the time to enter. You had like about 30 seconds to enter. It's not much. It's not my intention, as I say, but it is. But I'm still not counting this because I know so many people didn't went in the trade. And I'm just saying, guys, this is a market where volume matters. It's a market where you need to be quick. It's not like I can't send trades where you don't need to be quick. It's not possible. It's trading. It's not that I can decide and say, oh yeah, from nowadays, I'm just gonna take trades where you don't need to be quick anymore. This is not working. This is not the reality. So the only thing in your mindset that you need to have is, I'm making this shit work or I'm making this shit work. I'm gonna be fast or I'm gonna not be fast. I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose. Do you think I sit here, send the signals, or trade by my own and I explain myself every time? Do you think I got profitable by sitting in front of the charts and blaming the charts for being fast or blaming signals for being too fast? No, because this will not bring me to where I want. Everything is frequency and energy out there. So if you're blaming the chart and if you're putting it on somebody else, you're telling yourself you're not able to do it by your own. But you can be fast enough. You just need to create systems for your own. You just need to understand it. You just need maybe change the ringtone on your phone to get the message. That okay, this is exactly from the group, I need to be fast. Then if you don't, only trade at the time where you can be on your phone all the time. Or have it in your hand at least. And if not, then just miss the trade. If not, so if you see we post a trade and it's went TP1, why should you enter again? If you see the trade went big and drawdown, enter. Double, boom, double entering. Stop loss placement, TP1 placement, set the trade, forget the trade. Like on this one trade, guys, today, you had the chance to layer 2 positions in this trade multiple times. Like in one position, we were so close before stop loss. Like this one, I can show you this one. I was also in this trade. Bro, this trade was so deep, so fast. Look at this one. This trade, like this was immediately when we sent the signal from the original entry, it was in drawdown 50 pips. So if you would have entered this trade double 50 pips down and the trade went up, you made with this trade an additional 140 pips. At least 140 pips. With one trade. On the same lot size. But most people are emotional and they don't enter 2 times when they see the market drop because, oh no, I could get stop loss. Yeah, your stop loss is there to save you and to be it. But then explain when they jump in a normal trade and get stop loss and be like, yeah, system is wrong, it doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. And I showed you now the statistics, and the statistics is this. It's exactly what I just showed. This is like being grateful and being like grateful for the customer to show this is what every beginner could do. And you have in total 5 90% TP1 hits. And you have 4 minus 70 pips. What I don't believe is the truth, because you shouldn't get minus 70%, minus 170 pips on every trade because the market was way too fast. Like also on this one, boom, market drop immediately to here. Here you should have gone straight out of the trade. Don't hold the trade. Don't be emotional. But I'm just saying for you, I'm just making it for you better. So with this statistics, we made 450 pips profit and we lost 670 pips. So this means we have a total loss of the day of 230 pips. 230 pips loss in a day with 0.005 lot is 110 euros loss on a 500 euro account with the credit, it's not even minus 20%. On Monday, I saw people making 40, 50%. On Tuesday, I saw people making 40, 50%. And now people are complaining of doing minus 20% in one day. Because yes, in the challenge, in the 500 to 10K, we trade aggressively. If you're not able emotionally to tank the numbers, you should not trade the challenge with me. I said it from the start of the challenge that it's going to be a challenge where we're going to do 5% risk. Corner just sent it in. It's only emotion. I made yesterday 100%. Guess what, Corner? Let me guess. You didn't withdraw, right? You didn't withdraw the money, right? Nope. What did I say? I said, when you make 100%, withdraw the money. Because what would happen if you would withdraw the money? His account was, I believe, 2K, 3K, something like that. So he made 5. He would tuck 2.5K out. He would have had 2.5K on his account. He still would have traded with 10% risk. No, I made 5K yesterday. Yeah. So now he would have taken 5K out. He would have had 5K in the account. And then he would have traded with 10% risk. He would have lost 40% today. But he would have still been up 50K. 5K, sorry. So he would have made 5K profit, had a 5K account, lost 40%. That's 2K. So he lost 2K, but made 3K profit. Do you understand? This is why I say, when you make 100%, withdraw the money. Because then, if you lose, you will not lose so much before you lost. And it's emotional way, way better in your brain. And even you can go back to normal 5%. Because if you can make 100% with 5%, you can also make that again. But now you got emotional. I'm not talking to you directly, Connor. Of course, yes. But I'm talking to everybody in here. And then explaining, complaining. But then I see the real traders and the people I sent the profits in the group. I see the persons. I see Rick making consistent money. Every day he's sending me profits. Because as he said in the interview, at first he did emotional decisions. He lost some money. He learned how to accept losses. Now he's just printing money because he can accept losses, make wins, and it's not so emotional anymore. Yes, if you follow the plan and don't look at the numbers, at the long term it will turn out. Because now I'm talking about one day. We 3 days in this challenge, we had one okay day, for some people bad, and people start crying and saying, yeah, maybe it's not for me, maybe blah blah blah. Guys, if you have this mindset, you will never make it in trading. It's the reality. It's the truth. And Mariana, it's not even a long-term game so much. You see people making 500 to 1K in 2 days. If they would just withdraw this shit, they would make consistent money. But most people are stupid. Then they start to gamble. Then they get emotional. And then they do what? They blow the 1K. Because you trade with normal risk management. You go to 100% profit. And then you get what? Overconfidence. Overconfidence plus getting 2 stop losses is really dangerous. Because it keeps you going in an overcome spiral. You know the spiral. I did the spiral in my YouTube video, in my trading bootcamp. If you haven't watched the video, you should. You should watch it. Let me show you. Let me show you the video that you need to watch. Bro, fuck this shit. Man, what the fuck is this? Okay, now I need to identify my identity. Oh, fuck this shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna show there and explain there exactly what you need to do. You know, because when you're overconfident, you risk more than 5%. You're starting at 1K account risking more than 5. So percent, instead of risking now, started with risking 5% on a 500 account. So then you start risking instead of 5% because you hit it 1K, you start risking now 5, 7, 10. You lose 2 trades. You get nervous. You see that you lost more before than you lost. Your brain can't process it. You risk more. Because you risk more, you get more shaky. You don't hold the trades too long anymore. You don't make the profit that you should have made with a trade. So the trades where you should have made the profit, you don't make the profit. So let's say instead of you making 90 pips, you're making 50. But on the stop losses, where you should have made only minus 140 pips, 130 pips, you made minus 200 pips now. Because you're also emotional holding it a little bit longer. Because you believe, yeah, maybe it's gonna return. Maybe. Maybe. And then now, if you would do it like this, you have now 170 pip stop loss always for sure, but you only have like a 90 pip, 50 pip, 40 pip win, 90 pip, 50 pip, 4 pip. Yes, then you lose in a day not 230 pips, you lose 400, 500 maybe even. And then you complain. Because the only logical solution for your brain is that it's someone else's fault. And someone else is the system. But trust me, if somebody makes consistent money with it, why should you not do it? I'm not showing a result in the group of somebody that is just started 2 days ago. Like, okay, today I sent it one, but normally I don't. But this was crazy, so I needed to send it. Now, I'm not saying, Cornet, that you complain. I'm just saying it will not helping you. It will not help you complain. The only thing you should do is sit down, think for yourself, and maybe you have a trading buddy where you can go through the trades together, where you can reflect, but not complain. Because complain is going into negative energy. It's going into he made the mistake, I can't fix the mistake. Because he need to fix my mistake, it's not my mistake. So instead of searching the problem in yourself, what is 90% of the time the fault, you search it by somebody else because it's easier to blame. And that's why you're not where I am. That's the only reason. It's not because I'm more pretty, because I'm more handsome, because I'm more built, because it's just, because it's also not because I have more money. It's just I make more money because I always search the problem in myself. For all the people that are following me for a long, long time, they know. I believe like there's never been a situation, maybe at the beginning, but then I learned it, where somebody or where something happened wrong with my trading journey or even with my marketing journey, and where I said, no, fuck you, it's the problem of the system. No, it's the problem of this. No, I was searching internally in myself. I was searching for solutions because complaining and searching and pointing the finger on somebody else will never make you rich and wealthy. Never. take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your mistakes. If you have time, could you do on this call how you should be taking the signals, if it's possible, of course. I did this call the last 2 days, every day, for the last 2 days, every at the same time. Last 2 days. No, on Monday or on Sunday, I did this call already, where I explained exactly how you need to copy the trade. You know? That's also what I don't understand. People complaining that are not even using the tools I'm providing for free. Guys, I have a friend. You know him, okay? Maybe you know him. It's MS Trades. I work with him together. He is selling you what I'm giving you for free for 4,000 no, 3,000 euros. For 3,000 euros. And people are buying it. No shit. I know it. He's selling his strategy and his trading basics for 300 euros. And he's selling a personal mentorship for 3,000 euros. Or 2,500, something like that. Or 5,000. I'm giving you 10 calls a week. He's not even doing, like, just that you understand, it's not that I'm talking about him badly, because he's just smart, because he makes more money with that. You know, it's fucking smart. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it for free. But I now think about doing it not for free, because I see people not taking it seriously when I do it not for free. When I do it for free. I know when I would charge 100 euros, more people would been on this call. I would make more money. I would be more happy. No, I wouldn't be more happy. I would be even a little bit more sad because I need to put a price on it to make it crazy. People thinking I'm doing this for fun. Like, oh yeah, I don't have anything to do every day for 2 hours in a day, so I just gonna do the sessions. I could sell what I do for multiple thousand euros for sure, but I do it for free, completely for free. And we still, out of 300 people or 400 closely, only get 10% on this call. And then those people end up buying stupid courses somewhere else. Yeah, and also in the group, I send it the one-on-one thing how to do it in English. Exactly. With a trade example, with the executions that you can do. But you don't use the tools. And then you complain. And that's why you broke. Because you want to know one thing that differentiates you and me: speed. I give you an example. James told me this system on Sunday. On Sunday, he told me this system. Guess on what day did I do the call about the system? On Sunday. I did on Monday, I did on Sunday the call. Speed. He gave me information, I applied it immediately. What happened? People made massive profits, flipping their accounts. What happens with you? You, you see the long message, you don't even read it. Nah, I know this, I know this. You like, I don't want to be the person that is like, I'm rich and you're not rich. But I made more than 60 racks last month. 60,000 euros. I was sitting today in a business class, yeah, beside somebody that is a actor in Germany and works besides in a company. He's acting for like the Tatort, I don't know if you know this, and some other movies. And he is making 10K in a month. I was telling him that I made this money. He was looking at me, bro, how the fuck, how old are you? I said like 22. He's like, bro, I'm 42. So what I'm trying to tell you is a person you know that gives you free education that makes 60,000 in a month, at least 40 average, sends a text message in this group to explain you how to make money, how to get to the point where I am at. And you don't read the message? I was at the start of my journey hanging on balls of people that made 2,000 euros in a month with an online business, or 5,000 euros with an online business. Or, and I couldn't even reach people that made 10,000 euros with an online business. Do you understand? But I slept at their homes. I talked to them every day. I called them every day. I was the person asking 500 questions on a session. And this is why I'm here and you're not in my position. And this is the real talk. There's not there's nothing more to say, you know? No, I don't want to I don't want to be the person that you say now, yeah, yeah, you're a legend, you say good words. Bro, I don't fucking care. If you now go off the call again, or maybe people even quitted the call again before ending this one, you don't write it down. You have no pen and paper. You will forget it in the next 5 minutes again. You will do the same mistake again and again and again and again and again. And then 3 months later, I will do the same call again. And you'll be like, oh yeah, that's, oh my God, Macha, Rede. Yeah, good explanation. And you forget it again. And then you're never going to make money with that. Never. You're never going to make consistent money. You're maybe going to make 1,000, 500, 2,000, but you're never going to do that 5 figures. But what if you are scared because of today? To take the same lot. Okay. So, first of all, how can you be scared? Pussy. Bro, don't say that, bro. I'm gonna kick you out if you say that again. How are you scared? Bro, look at your situation. Think about what you want to have in life. And then tell me if you're scared of the life that you have more than of putting the same lots. Bro, you're gonna die in 9 to 5. And you're gonna have 30 days of holidays. And bro, the 1,000 euros you put in, bro, you're gonna get back, bro, in 2 months, bro. It's not big money, bro. It's not that you're gonna lose 10K. Even if you lose 10K in 1 year, you're gonna get that back. It just takes time. Bro, look, bro, guys, look around you. Where you at? Look around you. And then tell me again you're scared of losing money. Bro, if you're not ready to lose, you will never. Trading is not the right business. If you're not ready to lose, trading is not the right business. It's not. It's not the right business. Guys, I will show it you on my phone, but like the live stream is popping off. I will show you after I ended this live stream. I will show you my loss on my real account. My biggest loss. Guys, is if you're not ready to lose, it's not your business. If you're not ready to lose, business is not business for you. You understand? It's not what you want to do. Guys, in my like it's I'm not telling you this out of a position of somebody that was born rich, Their parents were rich. I'm telling you that out of a position where in the first 2 years, where I worked every day 10 to 12 hours, I earned 1,500 to 2,000 euros. I was in debt because I didn't want to go to work, because I know if I go to work, I'm gonna drain the shit out of energy out of my life. I just took a mini job. I went into debt more than 5 figures. I didn't told my family. I didn't told nobody. I stood up and people thought I was rich. This is where what I did. And one person in this call can convince that for sure, one at least. Leonard Sievert. People that met me, people that met me last year at January thought I made already more than 5 figures in a month. I didn't. I didn't. The first 5 figures in a month I made in September, October, November, December, October. No, September or October. I need to look at my phone. Last month, last year. That's the truth. But I was walking, I was talking, I was feeling like I would already made more than 5 figures. And I was acting like it. That is the difference. I was fucking acting like it. I was not complaining about 500 losses. I was feeling sad. I was feeling shit. I wanted to jump off of this building also. I understand you. But I never complained. I just searched for I never complained. I always search for a solution. But if I complained, but I of course also did, I did it to myself. I did it to, bro, why the fuck don't you get this? I did it to my best bro. I was like, bro, why the fuck do I don't get this shit, bro? Please, bro, I don't understand. Because it's good to let it out. But then you let it out and it's done. It's done. You know, next day is going to be better. If you are scared, then you shouldn't be trading at or take or rest from trading. Yes. I'm very grateful for what you do. I was today 3 times very deep in drawdown, but I hold the trade, made 1.4k today. Over 60% of my account. I struggle a lot with me, but help me to understand. Thanks, bro. You're welcome, bro. If you already made more than 100% TB, please withdraw the money. Don't be stupid letting the money in account, or at least withdraw 50%. Finley, I have only been in trading for 5 months, but I'm also so thankful for that I joined, because I wouldn't have looked up to you in trading if I didn't know you from Perfect, bro. If you know what the problem is to trading but still don't fix it, then it's your fault. Yes, facts. And that's the complete truth. That's the complete truth, the complete honesty. Yes. So if you did everything right, you are maximum, in my opinion, between 300 pips and 200 pips in drawdown today. Maximum. So that's around 150 euros to 100 euros on. So that's around 30. That's around 30 to 20% in a day. But that's completely fine with having a risk of 5%. Because on Monday and on Tuesday we made way more than that. So you should have been still up, even with the short that we have, where you could have made like millions. You should have been up, and if you're not up, you completely did something off, or you missed trades. And missing trades happens, but at the end it will all come together. Missing trades is normal, you know, it's normal. But this is something you can't fix. You know, it's like, don't care about what you can't control. You can't control missing trades, but you can control how you look on trades and how you enter trades, and you can max that out as much as possible. This is what you can. But if you focus on, oh, I missed this, but this went into take profit. Oh, I missed this. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do this. False energy, false solutions looking. Last thing, and then we're gonna end the call. I had a person today telling me, bro, since we do the TP2 rule and the TP1 rule, I only see TP4 and TP3 hits now. I already explained that. Look, if you're gonna search it, you will find it. Your RSI, your brain, is trained on searching for evidence. It's the same if you date a girl or you date a man, and everything is perfect. But because of a trauma, you search for something, be like, this is too perfect right now. I feel too good. I like that too much. Like normally in my past, people hurt me. So your brain starts now finding small things and making them extremely exaggerated just because you search for it. So now that he, for example, that she goes into bed and brushes her teeth 1 minute instead of 5 minutes, just like stupid example, triggers you. You're like, bro, that's disgusting. Then this not a thing triggers you. This not a thing because you're looking for it. It's the same. If I would you drive to the city, I say look for red cars. You look for red cars, so you find a lot of red cars. If you wouldn't look for it, you wouldn't find it. You wouldn't even see one. So then you'd be like, oh yeah, TP3, TP4 is always hit. So maybe I should do this. Next week, we only hit TP1, TP2, TP1, TP2, TP1, TP2. Next week, you lose again. Then be like, yeah, TP1, TP2 was a lot of times hit. Okay, maybe I should do now this. Next week, TP3, TP4, TP3, because you're always looking for the other thing that you don't have. Because you told yourself, I want to do the maximum out of the strategy. I want to level up. I want to do this. I want to do this. Your RSI is searching for the problem. Do you understand? When you understand, put a 1 in the chat. Good. Perfect. And this is the problem. This is in life, this is everywhere. It's in life, it's everywhere. If you understand this, it will be easy. It's always in a relationship. I had the same, you know. You search for problems because it's sometimes too good. Same in trading. If 2 days go too good and 1 day go bad, and this day will feel really heavy because you search for bad things happening. Because at the first 2 days it was too good. So now you already programmed your mind and be like, bro, that's too good. Like, I'm just making money, bro. What the fuck? I need to lose, right? Then you lose, you be like, because you was looking for it. Also, law of attraction, but that's too deep, you know. If you're wanting to lose, if you're attracting losses, if you're saying, bro, this is going too good, that also means you're attracting stop losses to yourself. Because even if I send a stop loss, some people, maybe ask yourself this question. Okay, last one. Ask yourself this question, last one. Okay, ready? Last one, last one, last one. Fuck, I got caught, so my brain just ADHD. Ask yourself this question. In the time where you were, there was a time, think about it. There was a time where you only hit all the take profits and you dodged all the stop losses, or like you had one stop loss once, you had maybe two stop loss once, but you had a time where it went really good. You catched every take profit. You sometimes even missed stop losses, but you were on a run. You were like high frequent. You were thinking about it. You were in high frequency mode. Your brain was going like this, buy this, buy this, type profit, profit, profit. And you were also missing sometimes stop losses because you were in work, you were walking somewhere, you look, oh, stop loss, easy, wasn't in a trade, lucky. And then there were times where you were negative in life, where you were not happy before that, where you didn't were clear about your intentions, where you didn't were clear about everything. Sound stopped working. Okay. Fuck. So where you had a sad life, where you had stress in life, where you had problems in life, and where you search in trading for fulfillment, for filling a gap in yourself. So now you started losing more. Started losing, taking all the stop losses, losing bigger amounts than you should lost on losses, missing take profits, you know? Why is this happening? To me, it happened a lot. If I'm on a low frequency and my life feels as, I lose because I attract losing. If I'm on a high frequency, if I'm with high frequency people, with a good environment, if I listen to my affirmations, if my life is good, because I make it good, my trades are better, because I attract better trades. It is real. It is real. Let me show you the last thing, my $15,000 loss, and then we can end the session. My phone is exploding, it's so hot. Here, look at this. Salam alaikum, Max.
Hi, bist du fertig mit deiner Session?
Ja, komm rein, komm rein. Ja.
Ja, ich bin oben.
Okay, so let me show you. Where is it, bro? There. Look at this. 12,000 and 3,000 euros with one trade. You know, on my live account. Voila, Krise. Do you think I sit in my room was like, my life's over now? No. Because I also lost bigger amounts in percentages before. But it was the biggest amount I lost, you know, on money. Yeah, good. So I would say it was a really good session. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could learn from it. And I hope you now switch your mindset up again and we level up. So let's see and hope the market's tomorrow better. I already said market was not clean today. And let's make some money. Let's go.